In this video, we're going to take a look at this first. Later on, I'll generally use multiple deployed ESP home devices to link up with our current sensors. So today, on the left side, we have the SGP30. It can mainly detect various gases, including carbon dioxide concentration and formaldehyde, which means it can monitor air quality. Such a small device can be used in a home automation system with ESP Home to check its data. If you're particularly concerned about the air quality in your room, or if you have special environments like a 3D printing farm, you can use it for monitoring. But at the moment, I haven't connected it to ESP Home yet. This is a relay, and these are two different types. There's also a soil moisture sensor, which means that I can place it in the pots by the door to help monitor and keep track of the current soil moisture. If the moisture level is insufficient, we can use this relay to control our water pump, which will water the plants at set intervals. Once the soil moisture reaches our desired level, we stop watering. In this way, we create a fully automated watering system for the potted plants. In theory, this can also be integrated with our ESP Home and Home System platforms. However, I haven't tested that myself yet. I wrote the code manually using MicroPython to achieve integration. Also, waterproofing for outdoor use is an issue because it requires a power source. If it rains and the power pin comes into contact with our charging case or power bank, there's a risk of water ingress. If it's used indoors, this problem doesn't exist, or if you have a greenhouse. In the last episode, we talked about temperature and humidity sensors, as well as light sensors for monitoring sunrise and sunset and room temperature. In this episode, we're discussing air quality detection, focusing mainly on carbon dioxide concentration and formaldehyde. This can even be used in our... Some people might use it in their cars, for example, when camping or staying inside the vehicle. If someone sleeps with the windows tightly shut and doesn't turn on the external or internal air circulation, it can easily lead to poor air quality and even suffocation. This is a potted plant, and if later on I make some waterproof designs, such as a waterproof casing or maybe add a rain cover to it, then I can use it to create an automated watering system. Or I could use a set of potted plants outside and have some hydroponics indoors, or even set up a dedicated automated potted plant system. For example, growing some flowers or grass, and then using the sensor so the plants won't be exposed to the dangers of wind, sun, or rain. And for lighting, we use full spectrum bulbs to completely replace natural sunlight. The design of these potted plant systems is fully automated for indoor use, but for now, this episode is just a simple introduction. You can also try out some of the things I've used myself. There are some products available on the market. Some of these products are already quite mature. First, their prices might be relatively high. Second, if you want features like temperature and humidity control, or even more advanced options, then not only does it cost 10 times more than building it yourself, but every time you add a new feature, the cost increases again. Secondly, your data and privacy are all in the hands of someone else's service. If that service provider goes out of business or stops production, your data will be gone. And it can control whether you can view just the day's data, the week's data, or last month's data. If you want to see data from the entire previous year, you might not be able to access it, or you may have to pay to view it. Even though their service might be quite good, there are still limitations. For example, if you want to look at data from last year or the year before, sometimes you can't access it even if you're willing to pay. These are just some hardware experiments I've been doing based on my own interests and concerns about security and privacy. There's no commercial value to them, nor any fancy packaging.